All right, so when we're filling in this table, we have to see where we have one piece of information missing. So for this one, we have the total and we have boys, so we're going to subtract boys from the total. So 96 minus 54 gives us 42. Here we just need to add the 28 and the 0. Here there's no boys under softball, so 21 girls. And here we have the total minus the girls would leave us with 10 boys for track. We can double check ourselves here because these numbers across the top row should add up to 92. So if I add these up, I do get 92. We're going to add up across this row here. We've got 42, 21, and 32. That makes 95. I'm going to add these two together. I get 187. And to double check myself, I'm going to add these to make sure I get 187. And I do, so I'm good. I didn't make any mistakes. Now it says what percentage of students. So of students is of the grand total, 187, run track. So track is here. So 42 out of 187. So I divide those, and if I round, I get 22%. Remember, when you divide, you get a decimal, and then you can multiply by 100 to change it to a percent. What percentage of students, so that's the grand total, so that goes on the bottom, play a sport that is not lacrosse? So not lacrosse would be all of these other ones added together. So 28, 21, and 42 make 91. So we're going to divide 91 divided by 187, and we get a number that rounds to 49%. What percentage of girls, so I'm only looking at the girls total this time, so that's 95, that goes on the bottom, play softball. So girls softball is 21, so we're going to do 21 out of 95, rounds to 22%. What percentage of boys play softball? So if I look at all the boys, 92, right, the boys total, but no boys play softball, so it's 0%. What percentage of students, so of students is everybody, so it's out of 187, play either baseball or softball? So they could play either. It doesn't matter if they're a boy or a girl, so I'm looking at the totals, the 28 and the 21. So if I add those together, I have 49. So 49 out of 187, and it rounds to 25%. Okay, this school has a total population of 1,500 students. Based on their results, predict the amount of total lacrosse players in a school. Okay, so if I look at lacrosse players, this is 96 out of the 187. So if I look at this percentage is about 51%. Predict the amount of total lacrosse players. Nope, I made a mistake. We're going to do the total of 1,500. Okay, 96 out of 1,500. So this is 0.064, which is 6.4%. So that's for this school that has 1,500, which was in this survey. So then if a school has 2,000, we're going to do the same percentage. So we're going to take 0.064 and multiply it by 2,000. And we get 128. So about 128 would play lacrosse at that school. And that's if the percentages were the same. Okay. The segmented bar graph shows the results of a survey that asked students about their dominant hand. What does each number in the graph represent? So we've got 4 numbers. So if we look at 104, 104, according to the chart, it looks like this is the darker one for left-handed. So 104 is right-handed. And it's in the female column. 11 is going to be our left-handed females. And then 24 would be our left-handed males, and 92 would be our right-handed males. Okay, if it asked you something about totals, which this question doesn't, but if it did, if I added these together, this total is going to be 115. So there would be 115 females. This total, if I add that together, would be 116. So there would be 116 males. If I wanted a total of left-handed, I would add these two together to get 35. If I wanted a total of right hand together, I would add these two together to get 196. Again, this one didn't ask for totals, but if it did, that's what you would need to do.